Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. All right. Well, hello. It looks like everything is working now. Gotta love we're still in that retro shade period with Mercury retrograde coming back online. I'm sure many of you have noticed that there's been some glitches with technology, communication, travel plans. Oh, don't get me started. So, welcome, come on in. I am Psychic Medium Christine Gold. I am fellow empath, light worker, Reiki master, animal seer, author, creator of the Empath's Journey Oracle deck as well. And thank you for being here. I would love to do some readings for you, answer open ended questions, not yes, no. So I'm just going to, because I'm the moderator too, ask your questions here. Make sure they are open ended, not yes or no. Why? Because you have free will. So if I say you're going to go left and you go right, that was the choice point you made. Those are the options I gave you. So, and I would love the super chats, stickers, all that good stuff. Donations, of course, those go to help other people that could not afford otherwise. So we are a giving community, and it's all about love and peace and joy and abundance. And I'd love to know how everybody's September is going. Um, I yeah, I mean, what's happening for you? Is it back to work? Is it back to school? Are you retired? Are you hoping to retire? Whatever it happens to be, I would love to know. And of course, I've got my Oracle deck ready to go, pulling a card, ask a question. Of course, I've already saged and smudged. I've got my crystals here as well. And I'm also, if you're interested, I'm also going to pull from the Light Seers Tarot. This is my most favorite tarot deck. I've had it for many, many years. Like I said, I've got all my crystals. I've got everything for the chakras right here. This is a Reiki box that I created, and I just dropped a stone somewhere. Oh, there she is. I dropped a little Herkimer diamond. So yeah, and I've got the Golden Healer with us as well, always. This is a beautiful quartz, and you can see there's a bit of yellow, there's a bit of white, but it heals all the chakras, all the energy centers. It's like your one and done type of crystal. So, I mean, if I had it my way, I would have all the crystals. But you know what? I I've realized I don't want to covet everything. So. Um, I'm being more mindful with clothing, with food, with everything because I live out of my suitcase, right? So, and yeah, if you guys hit, I get this 10 super chats. I'm putting a goal here. I will host a private Q&A. It won't be, and not on YouTube, not on YouTube. That's how private it's going to be. It'll be on Google Meet. So yeah. Uh, wow. Did you happen to watch my energy update for September? It just came out. I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Oh yeah, I see Carrie. Carrie said that she's already watched it. She's feeling like, I don't know about you, but fall for me is my favorite season. I always feel more energetic. I mean, I feel that has to do with a bit of my ancestral line as well. Just liking the cooler temperatures. Although the summer in Calgary's been um, not the warmest, kind of rainy, almost like a El Nina. I guess that would be the word, or that's what everybody used back then when they're talking about climate. Well, we're going to talk about climate events, right? So really, it's important to realize that um, the Earth is changing, and the Earth is always changing and evolving. And yeah, we're noticing more now that there's more events happening. It's hotter. I mean, we've been affected. I think this is the first time this summer by wildfire smoke from the Northwest Territories. Now I know there's been wildfires all over. There's been some in Alberta. We've been kind of um, fortunate because the last couple summers it's been totally smoky and yeah, not a lot of fun. But I can't imagine what it's like for the animals or for anybody that has health issues or breathing trouble. And I also want to point out, let me know. Okay, so Carrie said that she watched the September, and this is the card for September is the hummingbird, and hummingbird and is connected to Mother Earth, to the divine feminine, to Gaia. Um, and really, we're asking to tune in to ourselves more, to be kinder, to be loving. Everybody just throws that around, just be kind, just be compassionate. But there's still a lot of anger and frustration in the world. And a lot of us who are here doing the grid work, light workers, healers, we're feeling this. It feels like at times that it is heavy. And why? Why even bother? I'm hearing that as well. Um, yeah, I'm also hearing, why don't those people just wake up? Well, it's not our job. I mean, we are the light, we show the way, but we cannot drag people towards what we already know. Um, we just shine our light, and if it affects them somehow, some way, and if it never affects them and they could care less, just move along. Really, it's coming into community and connection and collaboration with other tribes as well. So, yeah, so I'm going to start my goal here for the next 30 minutes. Yes, we'd love to get those super chats going. So let's get, yeah, we're going to do one here. I'm just going to send one to myself. No. Anyways, I would love to know what really stood out for you for September. Maybe you didn't even watch the energy update yet, and that's completely fine. I mean, we just started. September has just started, and the Earth is alive. She has a nervous system, ley lines, vortexes, stargates. We are a living web of energy that connects to the mountains, the rivers, the oceans, the sacred sites around the world. And when the system is clear, consciousness flows freely. When it's distorted, humanity is trapped in cycles of confusion, control, and amnesia. Yes. Grid workers, light workers, healers, we are the ones who came here with a contract to heal, to anchor, to restore the system. We didn't choose, they didn't choose this path. The earth chose them. So we're their souls, us, we have agreed before incarnating. You can call it a soul's contract and read the fine print, yada yada yada, to weave into her circuitry, into Mother Earth. We become living conduits of planetary intelligence. And that's who we are, planetary intelligence. We feel pulls to certain people, places, and things, and it's pretty interesting what's happening in the world, what's going on. Um, it's a really powerful, potent time. I truly believe it is. It's a time of connection. It's a time of remembrance. It's a time for so many things, so many things. And really, it's it's just amazing what happens in the world. It's amazing what happens with between us in the world. It's amazing what the creator and the co-creator, and we are all part of that conscious platform, and we are all part of that conscious creation. So um, I would love you to join me in raising the vibrations. Now, before I came on, I did all those things. I smudge. I probably smudge more than I have ever smudged before. Like when I had my dark night of the soul in 2017, sure, I did all those things. However, it's I feel like it's ramping up all the time, and I'm having to do it more. Smudging, clearing, blessings, whatever it happens to be. So, and if you're watching, say hello, drop your name in the chat, where you are in the world. I would love to know. I'm always curious if you're from North America, maybe you're from Europe. I'd love to know because this really is a worldwide community. I mean, we get into, well, I'm Canadian and I'm European or whatever. At the end of the day, we're all human. We're all humans. We are spiritual beings having our human experience, but that is really the cosmic connection. When we divide and separate because of our differences, and our differences are beautiful, they truly are. So, and I don't believe that one type, whatever it is, of person, of soul, is better than anybody else. Nobody is more enlightened and nobody is a guru. That is gone. Is gone. I truly believe it's gone. And if you believe that you need to be certified in something, that is an ego snag. Now, I'm not knocking if you go to school and you do some training, but I have also worked with people that continually are working on getting this certification, that, and I got caught in that trap too. So, um, yeah, and we've got Crystal here, 1983. I wonder how old you are. Anyways, you're from the Caribbean. Now, is it the Caribbean or the Caribbean? Right? Sure. Go ahead and ask. Let me know. Are you new to the channel as well? I would love to know. And as I said, make sure your questions are open ended and not a yes no. That's how I work. That is how I work because it's all about free will, baby. I mean, we do have God's will, but again, we're on the 3D earth and many of us choose our own will. But then some say, isn't it God's will too? Oh, geez, we could have that conversation for a long time, couldn't we? So go ahead and ask. Please share this out as well. I would love maybe some friends to come along, some family, some, non-believers. I welcome everyone. I mean, this is an inclusive community. So, hmm, hmm, um, okay. So Crystal's asking that she desperately needs clarity and guidance concerning an ex. Where do we stand? It was messy and you are new. Thank you. I really appreciate you being so open and vulnerable and sharing. Many of us, I mean, for you to ask that question just to step forward makes it available for others to step forward and feel the same way. So, right away, if I just, it's interesting. I just heard no. So, and we will pull a card as well. This is from my own Oracle deck, the Empath's Journey. It's a 44 card deck, and we're just asking what is the outcome of this situation. Mhm. Okay, yeah, of course. People are mirrors, people are teachers. Thank you for that. I get that. Oh, wow. This is powerful. Jaguar spirit comes in, card number 40. Now, I don't know if you resonate with cat energy, cats, or with the shamans or shamanic energy. Jaguar is part of that shamanic wheel, and it's all about embracing change and having no fear because these cats are fearless. It's all about teaching you to discover your inner strength while encouraging you to embrace change without fear. Jaguar ruled the underworld. Now, the underworld is very interesting, and a lot of people think, "Oh, it's dark, it's evil, it's this, it's that." No, it's what's buried underneath, and what happens when there's a lot of breaks and breakups and fighting and confusion and toxicity, that it all gets revealed to the surface. I see that as a Scorpio energy as well. And the word jaguar in Mayan means sorcerer or priest. So, and jaguar also is more of a masculine energy. And masculine, it's not about the toxic masculinity, it's about the balanced and healed and authentic masculine parts of ourselves. And it's also asking if you're afraid to pursue your dreams and maybe you're uncertain about when to tackle a problem or problems. Yeah, I heard no and yes. I mean, if we'll ever be friends. Interesting, you're both Scorpios. Ah, okay. Okay. So, you know, um, spirit always delivers, even if the message might not make sense at this time. However, as you're uncovering, as more, I feel there's more coming up. Um, hmm. I'm just hearing the word lies as well, a lot of lies. And when people lie, they actually lie to themselves. Um, because they don't trust themselves, because they don't believe in themselves. There's like and interesting, as well, I don't know if you're familiar with Insight Timer. I am a practitioner on Insight Timer. They do meditations. There's over 20,000 teachers and leaders there as well. But I just got the green light to go live on there and I'm releasing courses. So there will be a free Rewild Your Inner Child course available there. If you would like that, let me know. I will leave that for you because I really feel a lot of us right now, you might call this twin flame energy, but twin flame is not always romantic. It's more about mirrors, and um, people come in to teach us something, whether we really like I always hear this, "Why me? Why is this happening?" But it's just conscious. Yes, okay. Unfinished business. Okay, okay. Well, I'm wishing you lots of love. And Crystal, if that's your name, I'd love for you to take care of yourself, to reparent yourself, to practice self-love and self-care. That's really the biggest message when it comes to inner child work. When I first started my mentorships and my coaching, and even the readings and sessions I did back in 2018, some of the inner child work I would do would re-trigger people. Now being on the other side and working with Dr. Gabor Mate, who is like, for me, the trauma guru. I don't want to use that word, but he's taught me a lot about trauma and how if we keep digging into the past, we keep re-triggering ourselves. And a lot of us are in therapy. And I've gone through talk therapy as well, and it did nothing for me except re-trigger me. And I started identifying with all of my stories and labels, and then I felt important and seen. So it's very Now, a lot of practitioners and therapists are now trauma informed. I also just released a podcast episode it's all about the wisdom in our wounds, but it's about sitting with an emotion. And many times our emotions, they lie to us, but if we can sit and find out where it came from and transmute and heal it, then we can move forward instead of always living in the past. I mean, uh, it's just been through a lot of trials and tribulations and my own work as well. So, okay, that's interesting. Ah, and I see that some of the messages were retracted. So, yeah, I definitely respect your right to privacy and all of that. So, I'm sending you lots of love. And if, again, I'm just going to I'll leave my website because it has a lot of information. I have a lot of freebies as well. So I do a mix of things for people depending on where you're at. And I know right now trust is at an all time low because there are so many people selling snake oil. There are so many people that are coaches, spiritual leaders, whatever you want to call it, that are false, that are just there to grab your money. Um, Maybe even your time, but definitely your money. And that's something I just want no part of. hmm Um, I'd say no expectations and truly just focus on yourself. The thing with expectations, and I know I did this myself. Here, I love throwing myself under the bus all the time. That keeps me humble. And I always had high expectations and I would expect that of other people. Well, guess what would happen? I would be continually disappointed, angry, pissed off, resentful. Ooh. As one of my mentors would say, have no expectations and get better, not bitter. That one really stuck with me. Get better, not bitter. Because we tend to, or jaded, or whatever word you would like to associate with, um, and we really are here for three things: healing, forgiveness, relationships. The relationship with ourselves, the relationship with others, and the relationship with the creator, God, source. Whatever, you have to believe in something. So, I also work with a lot of people who have religious traumas. Uh, yeah, I mean, I get it. I wasn't raised with with anything, so I'd say I'm an omniist, meaning all paths, all ways are the way. There is no right or wrong. I don't live in those worlds. I try to live right here in the present. So, is there anyone else that would like a card, have a question? I have a goal going on right now. So, if I get 10 teal super chats, I will host a private Q&A, not on YouTube, Google Meet or Zoom, um, for the people that sent me the super chats. So, hey, let's go. Let's go. I personally like in-person experiences. I've been doing a lot more of those lately. It's a different dynamic. It's a different energy. I also host retreats as well. I was asked if I'm going to have another retreat in Canada. I'm like, yes, of course. But I would also like to bring people to Peru because I've been actually spent 6 months there in Peru, and then Vietnam is I've been. Japan. I have friends in Japan. Konnichiwa, kakui. So yeah, retreats are on the menu again. They're definitely going to be into 2026. So yes, and I would love to have you join me. So that would be amazing. That would be amazing. That would just because to watch someone transform and heal in real time is um, a miracle, an absolute miracle. And we are all miracles. You're a miracle, whether you believe it or not. You're here for a reason, whether you believe it or not. And we all have a soul's purpose. We all have a soul's contract. Um, so yes, it's really important to build yourself up as much as possible. Build yourself up. And I also have another freebie. I have a free assessment. It's called Am I an Empath? Because I get asked that one all the time. A lot of people don't know, am I not? Well, let me tell you, the number one tip that you are an empath is you feel everything and you're probably struggling. No, you are struggling with anxiety and depression and self-worth and boundaries. And you most likely have a toxic member in your family. Maybe it's a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a relationship as well. We all have narcissistic traits. It's all, I will tell you, it is a behavior that is learned generally in childhood. And as well, a narcissist would never ask, here's my joke, am I a narcissist? They would never ask. Why? Because they don't care. There you go. That's the simple answer. So yes, it really is lovely um, when people become empowered, when people begin to heal, when people start cutting out people, places, and things that no longer reside with who they truly are. And I would like to talk more about, well, we've got this full moon coming up in Pisces on the 7th of September. It is a lunar eclipse as well, so it's going to be pretty powerful, and especially powerful for you water signs and for Pisces especially. So let me know if you are a fellow water sign, if you're already feeling this because these full moons have shadow periods, a couple days before, a couple days after. So it really is a powerful time. It is also the eclipse season, which happens every year. Um, just like Mercury retrograde, we're just coming out of, happens 4 times a year. This is not new. These are opportunities, opportunities. So the full moon is all about detoxing. So any way you can get into a body of water, into a bathtub, which I love. I make my own little cosmic detox bath with oils and um, with Epsom salts, with rose petals, whatever it is. I mix oatmeal. I mix a bunch of things in, and then I have the candles going, and then I bring in my crystals and all that. Make sure they're smudged and cleansed and cleared. I bring in some healing frequencies as well, which is super powerful. I always love my Buddha bowl. So, woo, maybe you can hear that. Maybe not. And it is a powerful time to clear and cleanse yourself. So make sure you're doing that as well with the eclipse coming up. September 21st is a Virgo new moon solar eclipse. So, it is Virgo season. We know that. And Virgo is the organizer, the healer. They always got their ducks in a row. Maybe you know a fellow Virgo, tag them. Maybe you are. We'd love to celebrate with you, birthdays, whatever it happens to be. Um, but new moons are about setting intentions and planting seeds. And part of the solar eclipse, the energy is heightened. It is so heightened. Um, and we are light workers. We are grid workers. And we are part of the earth, of Mother Earth, of Gaia. And the earth is alive. She has a nervous system, just like you and me. Ley lines, vortexes, stargates, a living web of energy. We are all connected and interconnected. And maybe you feel a pull to certain lands. I know I have. I spent 6 months in South America. I spent a month in Asia, in Japan, in Vietnam, in Thailand, in the Philippines, and not knowing why, because our bodies will light up. Maybe we break down. We're having tremendous transformation and breakthroughs. We release what the grid calls, and I have so many friends in Sedona, and everyone thinks it's some woo magical place. But if you've got stuff that you have not dealt with, you have not healed, it will reveal itself to you. So, uh, light workers, grid workers, we are tested harder than most, storm after storm, D-Knots, dark night of the soul, dark night of the collective soul, spiritual awakenings, collapse after collapse, illness, exhaustion, heartbreak, financial struggle, not because we're cursed, but because we are transmuting collective density through our own fields. So, oh, we are stripped bare until nothing distracts from being pure channels of the creator's frequency. So hopefully this is reaching somebody. And most will never be recognized. They are not on stages, not in headlines. And actually, I heard the other day, I think it was Dr. Gabor Mate said, many celebrities have a lot of trauma because they were not seen, they were not heard, they were not valued. I just saw a feather float by. And I feel that as well. Like gosh, I have almost 1,000 videos on YouTube. 1,000 videos. I've done a podcast for 6 years. I've spoken on stage. I've done group mediumship readings. I've done events. I've done a lot. I've written a book. I'm writing a second. I've created my Oracle deck. I just listening to that is exhausting, all while living out of my suitcase. So, yes, you could say I'm homeless too. Yes, and I've talked about that. I've talked about gentrification. I've talked about elder orphans. I've talked about so many things. I believe our basic human rights are food, shelter, water, and safety. Feeling safe and secure in a world that shows us otherwise. So, this hidden army, we are dismantling old control grids, the false networks of fear, of war trauma, of sacrifice that have been woven into the earth's veins. Oh, we are rethreading the original codes of harmony, remembrance, and freedom back into the planetary body. So, if you have felt this pull, light workers, grid workers, if you've carried storms in your body, broken down only to rise again, you have found yourself inexplicably guided to hold space for the earth itself, you may already know. And if this is something really woo or what, I have no idea what you're talking about. Great. Now you have been activated. Grid workers, we are not waiting to be understood. Get off your soapbox. Just be the light. You are remembering who you are. And when we rise together, that's why I believe in community and connection and collaboration with the right people. Earth herself rises. So, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you showed up today. You brought some friends with you. Thanks to Crystal. Thanks to Carrie. I am just going to see if there's anybody else that wants to get a reading, a session, whatever it happens to be. And you know what? I am going to Yes. I will talk more. I have more videos coming up. Make sure you like and subscribe. I have an 8-part series that's coming out all about the call to awakening, the collective dark night of the soul. We are all connected in this together. So, thank you so much for being here. I love you and take care.